The information on this YouTube channel is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content including text, graphics, images, and information contained on or available through this YouTube channel is for general information purposes only. Somebody gotta say this shit makes no representation and assumes no responsibility for the accuracy of information contained on or available through this YouTube channel, and such information is liable to change without notice. One is encouraged to confirm any information obtained from or through this YouTube channel from other sources and review all information regarding any medical condition and or treatment with a physician. Never disregard professional medical advice and or delay seeking treatment because of the information accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody gotta say this shit does not recommend, endorse, or make any representation about the efficacy, appropriateness, and or suitability of any specific test, products, procedures, services, opinions, healthcare providers, and or other information that may be accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody gotta say this shit is not responsible nor liable for any advice, course of treatment, diagnosis, and or any other information, services, and or products obtained through the information accessible on this YouTube channel. Somebody gotta say this shit.
The following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so this a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac tears. Don't think through shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not the average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerve like militias in the booth. Spit that word like there was a nigga too. Hit that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna stay sleep. Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal. Fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet, to this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk. Through the grave y'all walk. I talk for the slave from the grave. It's war.
I don't know why this ain't the biggest story in the news every day for the next. Holy shit. Corruption at an all-time high. And we're about to explain it all, folks. SGSTS. Yeah, you see the title, folks. None dare call it treason. This is kind of like an I told you so show. Told you so. Yes, we did. Me and the team over here at SGSTS, we have been doing the research, making sure that we update our information, and the information that we're about to share with you today on this live is completely insane. Like the fact that heads are not rolling, people are not in jail, federal prison is insane. Like the amount of corruption that can be found. None dare call it treason. Folks, we are about to show you what it is. But before we do that, let me make sure I'm doing it right now. Hold on. I am Irk the Nerve, aka Mr. Somebody. Everybody's somebody. Somebody got to say this shit. Dude, like, this should be the biggest story, point blank period. Uh, Folks, we ain't gotta guess anymore. The laptop's real. The lap, the laptop is absolutely real. Like, okay, speculation out the window. It's real. All there is 80,000 files that were found on this fucking laptop, and we haven't even scratched the surface of everything. It's all gonna come out, man. We about to show you the information. We are, we have, we did this before. We told you, Burisma. We told you it was gonna come back up, and it did. This is big. I can't believe heads aren't rolling within Washington D.C. right now. This is unbelievable corruption, historical corruption, if you ask me. My opinion. Fuck yours. This is my opinion. None dare call it treason. I told you so. Show. I'm about to bring in my man who also told you so, because this is an I told you so show. My man Jay Walski absolutely told you this shit was going to come back up. Yes, we're like the new Nostradamus. We're the modern day Edgar Casey's of our time. Walski,
Yeah, man.
bro. Okay, so I need to give the people a little heads up. I have been planning this show for about maybe more than 7 days. None dare call it treason. This is the biggest story to me of 2023. Nothing compares to this story right here. This is the reason why I think this country will be thrown into World War III. I'm talking about completely thrown into World War III. We have no other motherfucking choice. Leonard, salute to you. Salute to you, man. We got some information to share with you. The laptop, as you know, I'm sure you're a well-informed individual yourself. As you know, the laptop is fucking real. 80,000 files. Let me tell you, there is people hiding in Switzerland. Like, this shit is deep. And my man Jay Walski told you hold on, I'm gonna hip you. This is very important now. Remember this show right here? Oh, this was a year ago. Russia versus Ukraine. We spoke on Burisma. Didn't we, Jay Walski?
Sure enough did.
We told you that this shit is going to come back up. The corruption that was found. We also did the show. We also did a show about the highest motherfucking the highest son of a president that you've ever known in your life. Hunter Biden, high office. We also brought it up on this show. It was 8 months ago. We brought it up again on this show. Like, we told you this shit is going to hit the fan. I think they all been. This is Leonard. This is a well-informed individual. He is saying, I think they all been working for China since Clinton. So they're preaching to the choir, bro. Yes, I know. It's like trying, like a student trying to teach the teacher. I know you know what's going on. I know you are hip to it, but I am here, and this platform is here to hip those who are not informed about the situation. I am so glad that you are, though, because you can help with the flow of the show. I am going to drop a link later on too, so if anyone wants to speak on it and make their voices heard on this situation, this to me is the most fucking corrupt situation you have ever fucking witnessed in history when it comes to the US government, like modern day history when it comes to the US government. This is absolutely like insane. Jawowski, before we get started, would you want to talk a little bit about what we know as the Biden crime family?
Well, I mean, the wildest thing to me is there's no like checks and balances, I guess, at that level. You know what I mean? Like there's been year after year of him Biden himself being tied up in some kind of something. You know what I mean? Like all the time. So it's wild to me that these are the people who get all the way to the White House, and then but the wildest thing to me is nobody seems to give a shit. You know, that's the craziest thing to me. Like Trump was all this horrible, and I ain't even gonna say that he was or wasn't. I don't think his shit matters no more. But to tell me that this was the deterrent to a president that everybody felt was so horrible is wild to me.
Absolutely insane. Like this is the man that came up with the crime bill. Remember the crime bill? What
Yeah,
year was that?
93, correct?
Yes, the 93 crime bill. He also stood side by side with Hillary Clinton with the super predator terminology. He was all for that. Like this shit is insane that people even voted for this motherfucker as like you said as a uh, 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 as an alternative to the preceding administration. It's goofy to me that people would think this is a better choice. But
And the wildest
what
thing to
we
me is not people getting all fucked up with the propaganda and the just regurgitating on the news night after night about how horrible Trump is, Russia collusion, X, Y, and Z. All right, you know, I could see people watching the news falling for the okie doke, but for them to show so much outrage for Agent Orange, and through the entire time that Biden's been in office, it's been the economy, war, backdoor dealings with other countries. I mean, treasonous after treasonous missteps that have become public knowledge. Where in the fuck is the outrage? That's the
I
wildest
think
shit to me. And the wildest thing is if you look at just everything we know about this laptop, about Burisma, about backdoor dealing with China, backdoor dealing with Russia, 93 crime bill, 94, some people would say, giving a heartfelt speech at a Klan member's fucking funeral, being a bona
mm,
fide self-declared Dixiecrat, lying about
mm,
his college, lying about his college accolades. Now, if you push all
90
that together,
93 crime bill again. Let's say that again.
yeah. So if you squish all that together, now run that back on all the shit that people didn't like Trump for. I mean, it's not even fucking comparable. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I think it's a travesty if somehow we have an election coming up, which I don't believe we will have an election, but if we do, somehow
That's
they're
another
beating the
prediction.
drums.
You heard it here first, folks. It's another SGSTS prediction by Jawowski. He's saying it first here. You've heard it first here. He does not think we're going to have another election.
I don't believe so. I mean, look, I mean, shit. But I mean, we got news coverage now from World War III. Somehow there's an alien mothership approaching. These motherfuckers are gonna pull it's gonna be Project Bluebeam or World War III that stops an election.
Yeah, banks crashing left to right, and the thing is, bro, it's like, dude, there's Iran, Syria, Israel, so many like hot points on the planet right now. This shit can hit the fan quick, fast, in a hurry. They're also talking about, like we've spoken about before, the shipping crisis here in America has not been fixed. The shipping crisis here in America has not been fixed. And if China goes into Taiwan, as we predicted, all imports and exports from China and in and out of China will be halted, and that is going to suck if you live here in America.
Yeah,
Real
absolutely
quick,
gonna,
let
like,
me.
that will completely devastate the entire fucking country, like, overnight. Look at how much shit, not even just silly shit either, like fucking medicine, computer chips, grains, necessities. Anytime a fucking country shipping you necessities to get through your life, that is a problem. That you don't make that at home.
Yeah, and this is from the Biden crime family. Leonard Yoda. I hope if I messed up your name, Yuda. Leonard Yuda. Excuse me if I tortured your name. I apologize for that. He said something that I agree with. They accepted wickedness. I've never seen so many homeless people wandering around in my life. This is under the Biden administration. You can't this I don't give a fuck what you think about the previous administration. If you look at Obama, if you look at the Obama administration and Joe Biden as a VP, we are living the exact same term. We're living it out. We're reliving it, but with the fact that you have an incompetent president, you have an incompetent leader of the executive branch, and at the same time, he has no bargaining chips. You have the cards that he holds in his hands, sitting at the gambling table, does not hold strength.
Fuck
You
no.
have
The opposite.
You have Iran making peace with their fucking enemies for China. They didn't do that for America, folks. They did that for China and the deals that China made with them. But we digress. We're telling the story of the Biden crime family because none dare call it treason. I am about to show you a video real quick, and then we're going to roll on. Jay Walski, you in the seat with me, man? Hey, I'm telling you, bro, we have been right about this whole thing from the very beginning. Check this shit out. We're going to start right here.
We're not going with the New York Post story right now on Hunter Biden.
This is really one of the stupidest October surprises I've ever seen.
It helps to really view this as storytelling, not so much as news coverage, but as political entertainment.
NPR explained, we don't want to waste our time on stories that are not really stories.
Who even thought to make that story up?
It's a story that many intelligence experts say has all the hallmarks of a foreign interference campaign.
It looks like it's tied to Vladimir Putin in Moscow.
This is a Russian intelligence disinformation campaign.
Foreign intelligence operation.
Foreign intelligence operation.
Russian intelligence.
Rudy Giuliani was not fed passively Russian disinformation. He ordered it off the menu.
This is a classic example of the right-wing media machine.
And he's in the midst of a scandal.
He's not.
And he's taking...
He's
of course
not.
he is,
No.
Leslie.
We should note Hunter Biden isn't running for president. That argument has been debunked.
There is no evidence that Joe Biden did anything wrong.
For all we know, these emails are made up.
It just lacks credibility.
Okay, I would love if you guys would start doing that digging and start doing that verification.
No, we're not going to do your work for you.
Folks, what we just seen is a clip of all your most popular mainstream news media talking heads helping with the biggest cover up of fucking modern U.S. history, folks. You just seen all the talking heads saying this was disinformation. This is this is Russian disinformation. Dude, what I'm about to show you is this is treason at the highest level. How did it start? It started with this story here. Does anybody remember this? The New York Post, Biden's secret emails. This is where it started. October 14th, 2020. It's when it all started, folks. But we can go all the way back to 2014 if you want to. We're going to have to in order to understand what's going on. See, Hunter Biden somehow, this crackhead, prostitute fucking, cocaine sniffing son of a president was able to get a seat at a Ukrainian energy company. We've spoken about this before. Me and Jay Wowski spoken about. Have you ever heard of Burisma?
Burisma.
Gas company Burisma.
Burisma.
Jay Wowski.
Yeah.
Didn't we tell these motherfuckers about Burisma?
Tried to. We tried.
The fact we spoke about it because we saw it as a problem that a cocaine sniffing, hooker fucking, crack smoking son of a president was able to get a seat, a prestigious, very important seat in a foreign company while his father was running for VP. Like,
that's what kills me about the propaganda on these fucking news stations. They push with no facts behind it Russian collusion with Agent Orange. There's bona fide facts that he was on the board, a high-ranking position in a energy company in the Ukraine. And nobody's calling for where is the Ukrainian collusion? And then we end up using them as a proxy army in a war against Russia, which it's never been Russia-Ukraine. It's
twice.
Been U.S. the Ukraine. It's been U.S. Russia the whole time. I mean, we're funding the whole goddamn thing. So, nobody thinks that's an issue. Nobody. And my thing is, I'm not letting these fucking Republicans get away with it neither. Where are you all at? Where are they at in all this? But we hear on TV a couple of days ago, Donald J might go to jail. Well, if he deserves it, lock that motherfucker up. But my thing, are you telling me that you ain't perp walking who's in the White House right fucking now?
Right now. Like, and there's so much reason. There's so many reasons that he should. But the major reason is the fact that we absolutely know now. We absolutely know now that the Biden family was getting money from 3 different foreign countries.
Which countries?
And China, Russia, and fucking Ukraine, son.
So if there was ever somebody that might have been colluding with Russia, I think we got some good evidence that it's actually these motherfuckers.
Dude,
fact.
Right here.
But here's the thing.
Do me a favor real quick. Do me a favor real quick, Wowski. Read that right there.
Biden family members received $1 million in Chinese funds through Hunter Biden associate. So the motherfuckers we're supposed to be in World War III with, and it seems like the goddamn president, the president who kicked it off, is getting paid by the motherfuckers we're going to war with.
What is he? What? Okay, so as far as I know, there's no state or federal official within the United States that can legally do any deals for personal gain for their own benefit. I was told as a child coming up trying to learn the nation state that I live in, I learned that shit is treasonous. Like it's fucking treason.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Are we really stepping into World War III? Or is this just like this entire country changing hands from America with Americans running it? I mean, I feel like we've just been sold out to other countries, to the highest bidder. They're paying off the people. They're taking money from the people that they say are threatening our democracy, threatening our American way of life, threatening to the point of nuclear conversations have been had. But they're paying the motherfuckers who are telling us this shit. There might not even be a war, really. I mean, I'm sure. And the thing is, I mean, I'm pretty sure Russia is putting foot to ass in Ukraine. But
oh yeah,
we might not even be in the war. We might just be on the fucking auction block.
And that's the thing. The thing is that you can't allow this treason. This is treason, folks. You can't allow this shit to ride because you don't understand, and we don't completely understand or know the dealings that that was done. We don't understand why millions was thrown into accounts from foreign governments and foreign companies for the benefit of a sitting fucking president, a sitting fucking vice president, a sitting government fucking official, state or federal. Like, and to say that, at this point to say that you've done nothing wrong is absolutely absurd. We have proof beyond a shadow of a doubt that you've made deals with foreign, and we have proof that you intentionally maneuvered and done things in order to stop foreign investigations that you are involved in. As a fucking sitting vice president, you did that. That is a crime. I don't know. I was taught that's a crime. I was taught that's a crime. I'm going to show you the evidence that that's a fucking crime. Like, okay, as far as the deals go with foreign companies, we seen a video of all the talking heads, the mainstream news media, covering complete cover up of Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's involvement in foreign companies and foreign deals. This was a cover up, folks, because now all these fucking mainstream news media companies has to come out and say that this shit's real.
Yeah, and that's bull. I think every one of them, every one of those news stations should have their whatever you call it, their licensing, however they get to be where they're at, taken away, man. Shut them down. Y'all aren't even news anymore. Y'all are done. We're closing this shit up. You're a propaganda at best. You're sold out. All these fucking politicians should be getting perp walked. Like, this is insanity. They gave Agent Orange a ton of shit for nothing they could prove. These motherfuckers, it's provable fact. They even had the mainstream media lying for them. It comes out that it's in fact real, and they did this shit. They've been doing this shit. They continue to do this shit. And what? What are we talking about? Fucking Ja Morant pulling a pistol out in a video because he's a dumb shit. Okay, who gives a fuck about an NBA player when the people who run your country are doing shit like this? It's crazy. But let those same news stations come on to TV and tell you what to be outraged about, and overnight everybody's upset about some dumb shit.
Exactly. Shit that don't
While
matter. Like this.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in court, we're talking about Amber Heard shitting in Johnny Depp's bed. We stupid out here. We are dumb. And that's our problem right there. We care more about TikTok celebrities than we do what the fucking people that run this country are doing. It's nuts.
Yeah. And the fact that this actually could lead, like, all these underhand dealings and under the table dealings could actually lead to the fall of the American government. Leonard Yuda said Hunter Biden Hunter Biden had the finest crack cocaine that the U.S. government could provide.
And honestly,
yes, he did.
There was a time that I would have been very happy to meet him, but not now.
And the thing is, bro, is like, come on, man. This is hair sniffing, child groping Joe Biden, and his son fucks whores, smokes crack, and cusses out his mother. Like, this is and you wonder why your country is the laughing stock of the globe right now. Like, we should be a third world country the way. Hold on now, let me see. It was first broken by the New York Post, and the New York Post has been on Hunter Biden's ass since October 14th, 2020. October surprise. Remember it, the news companies, the news corporations, the mainstream news media that covered all this shit up didn't want to run this story. Didn't want to run the story at all. In fact, they did everything to cover it up. They did everything to turn Ukrainian collusion into Russian collusion. They did everything to take all the bloodhounds sniffing Joe and Hunter Biden's family, take them bloodhounds off the trail and have them sniffing Donald Trump's tree. Yeah, this is the big, like, the mainstream news media was complicit, and holy shit, the FB fucking I, the FBI. The FBI was in on it too. When they knew, okay, so the FBI knew, the FBI knew about the laptop, but what did they decide to investigate? Russian disinformation. Why? Because the FBI was paid. The The FBI was, bro.
And that's the thing, like the FBI's had their finger in
FBI.
all this shit, man. They knew about the laptop, didn't investigate it. Out of, I think it was 12 or 14 people, something like that. But out of the 14 people, I think that was supposed to kidnap Whitmer in Michigan, 2 of them were regular citizens. The rest FBI agents. The people who incited the goofy shit at Jan 6, FBI. The people who are running the Proud Boy shit, FBI. These motherfuckers have had their finger in all this dumb shit the entire time, to the point where if you're looking at the FBI to do anything like right and just, you can forget about that. They're just another faction of the treasonous motherfuckers who are running the country right now. They're basically their own police force of such. They investigate what they're told and paid to investigate. They bury what they're not supposed to know. They're for
Man,
us.
I think I lost my partner. Hold on. There is no signal.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, we lost you, boy. I'm like, oh, they got you. Oh, they're coming for me next. Oh, shit.
As soon as we said them 3 letters, it was over. Oh, shit. Now we lost my guy. There he comes. Oh, yeah. We said 3 letters that you don't say. Them 3 letters got us right there.
Mm-hmm. We need to watch our mouths.
So, Ferdinand
okay,
Beverly Ingram.
So
if y'all know anybody like Ferdinand Beverly Ingram, they're useless. Like for us, they're useless. For them, they're great, but they're not gonna. You told me long ago, and I always think about this when I look at this shit, man. The Avengers was a movie. There is nobody coming to save us.
None. Nobody.
We're the closest thing really they have to it.
That's it. And if we don't know it, if we don't know that we are the actual Avengers that they speak of in the Avengers, then we'll never understand it. And the thing is like, who will avenge us? You know what I'm saying? And who will avenge us? You know what I'm saying? And if we don't avenge, like I say, when we live in a society and we live in a modern government where when patriots are recognized as domestic terrorists, we have a problem, folks.
Yeah,
that is a government that cannot be controlled, cannot be stopped. And what do? So I want to show you something real quick. The laptop is real. Get out of your head. All the information on it. It's worse than we thought. Smoking crack, fucking whores, and secret documents, money being exchanged. It's all real, folks. This guy right here is the man, Mr. McIsaacs. Mr. McIsaacs is the guy that let the information out. This is the guy that is hiding in Switzerland right now, working with the greatest tech computer fucking minds on the planet in order to get the rest of the data pulled off. What's happening right now, he is in Switzerland working with fucking techies trying to get the rest of 80,000. I said that right. 80,000 files on this one computer, and they're gonna go through them all. And I guarantee you, if they can find one document that proves that Joe Biden, I mean, just by the fucking news reports alone, we can say that this has happened, folks. Joe Biden has committed treason. But okay, if we need more information, fine. fine is going to come out. 80,000 files on this one laptop, G. And I'm telling you, Hunter Biden's laptop details dozens of business meetings with then VP Dad, Joe Biden. None dare call it treason. None. Like, this is treason, people.
Yeah. What else do you need to know?
What else?
They've called for other past presidents' heads for way less.
A president got his dick sucked in the Oval Office, and we wanted the man's head.
And all the man wanted was some head. Ridiculous.
And all he wanted was some head.
But we got a whole laptop of Hunter Biden doing a lot worse than that.
It's insane, the shit that we got. Now, let's just look at this real quick. This is Mr. McIsaacs himself speaking on the laptop. Now, understand, you have a son of a very important man who basically lives like fucking a National Lampoon's fucking movie. Like, this is like he lives like the lifestyle of Porky's.
Yeah.
But he's the president's fucking son, the vice president's son. Now, this is a motherfucker that left a laptop at a laptop repair. It's crazy. Remember, the laptop didn't exist. The FBI actually said this on record, that the laptop didn't exist. Then the laptop was found. Then the laptop, we don't know what happened to it. All happened, folks. This is documented. This shit actually happened. The FBI was in on the whole fucking thing. They were in on it all. They knew from the very beginning. Listen to this shit. Listen to Mr. McIsaacs himself.
Normally, if I'm doing a data recovery and the machine is healthy and able to power on, I would never look at the data. I would just go into a program and I would scan the drive, do a forensic clone or a block copy of the drive, and verify that everything, all the ones and zeros went over, and then I would charge the customer. This was not the case. I had to, again, manually go in there and start with the desktop and drag and drop, and then if the thing shut down on me, I'd have to open up both windows once it got powered up again, kind of compare folders side by side. And it's during that comparison process when I'm looking out and seeing, does this document open up? This was tourniqueted during the transfer, so this can't open up. I have to manually drag that file back. And it was a bunch of touch and goes. And it's during that process that I saw a lot of the porn, but one document really stood out. And I was verifying data in the documents folder. There was a file called income.pdf, and it had a purple dot. So I've obviously identified this file as some importance because he gave it a specific color marking, and it kind of stood out because none of the other files had. So I opened it up just to verify it, and that's when I saw his accountant explaining how they're not going to report the $2.5 million from Burisma. Obviously, you can't live off of $550,000 a year, so we're going to borrow some money from Bohan Harvest, and it's just, it struck me as really odd. But again, his dad wasn't running for president. This was a job. I kind of underbid it because I felt bad for the guy, thinking it was his dead brother's computer, and I was regretting it. Only charged him $85, and he never paid for it. I sent him the bill repeatedly, never paid. So I don't understand why his phone was working and his voicemail was working on the 15th of April. And after that, he never called, never returned his call.
Damn.
He left the laptop. He was so fucking high. This is the son of a president. He was so fucking high and gone off cocaine and strippers, whores or whatever, that he forgot the fucking laptop. The laptop that could potentially put him in a federal prison today. Like he forgot it in 2019.
Man. And you know, it's fucked up what's on that laptop, but I can't lie. After seeing that video, with that dude's eye like that, we don't even know what he's seen. That might be somebody else's laptop. I don't know with an eye like that and a hat like that. I don't know if I can trust that motherfucker neither.
Leonard feels the same way. Leonard is feeling the same way. Yo, that shit is insane, man. Look,
I know one thing, Switzerland or not, that dude there, he probably ain't got much time left, man. They gonna fuck. He ain't gonna be good for him,
dude. He's literally, bro. I'm reading this shit. I'm putting this shit together. I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm reading this shit. The motherfucker is literally hiding out in Switzerland. Due to death threats, yes. Due to death threats, the motherfucker is hiding out in Switzerland.
Well, if he don't get him a regular baseball hat and some sunglasses, they're gonna find him quick.
And he said that he is going to reveal the rest of the contents in the laptop. So it is definitely going to come out. The laptop is under his ownership now. If you look in the reports about the laptop, Hunter Biden is now trying to put a suit on the laptop repair shop, Mr. McIsaacs and his company, trying to sue him because of everything that leaked out of the laptop. But there's a 90-day policy with his shop. If you leave your laptop and you do not reply to 4 or 5 different ways of contact, email, text, and phone call, you don't reply, there's a 90 days period that comes. And if those 90 days lapse, that laptop now belongs to that shop. Somebody should have told Hunter before he dropped his. Don't even ask me about the Hertz rent-a-car and the cocaine on the dashboard. Don't ask me, because I've read too much.
And the wildest thing about it is all this shit seems like if it was normal, regular, everyday people, it would be no issue at all for them to be fired from the job, went locked up, have a court date, all this shit. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It don't kill me that the presidents are doing backdoor deals. It don't kill me that the fucking president's son is a batshit crazy party boy. But what kills me is there's nobody to hold them accountable.
Yeah, because we would definitely be held accountable for the small shit that we do down here at the bottom of the totem pole. Like we can't do criminal activities. This is like RICO Act level shit, folks. And this motherfucker, like, this is crazy. The fact that, look, I'm gonna show you a video real quick. He doesn't even remember if it's his. Now I know. He's gonna play like he doesn't remember, but I think he really doesn't remember because of the quality of United States issued drugs, cocaine, and crack, and therefore. Watch this video real quick.
Was that your laptop?
Real.
Was that your laptop?
Real. I don't know.
You don't know, yes or no, if the laptop
I don't have
was
any
yours.
idea. I have no idea.
Could have been yours.
Of course, certainly. There could be a laptop out there.
You didn't drop off a laptop to be repaired in Delaware?
Not that I remember at all.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Does not remember. But check this out, bro. I got I got something that. Tell me what you read here. What is this? Oh,
Retired top FBA counterintelligence agent who led Trump Russia probe arrested for own ties to Russian oligarch. Well, there you go. You see what I mean? Like,
they are fucking with my stream, boy. The boys, they don't. If three letters, anytime the three letters hit the screen, boy, the motherfuckers is like, yeah, we are watching and listening, buddy.
yeah, I'm telling you, Ferdinand, Beverly, Ingrid don't play around. But yo, that's what I'm saying though. Like the dude who was investigating the fake Russian collusion was in fact in bed with Russia
and arrested.
So my
It's
thing
like,
is like, where are the Republicans at? They always screaming shit about patriotism, being a nationalism, upholding the Constitution. They were up in arms about selective things that the left has done and been doing this whole time, but they never seem to really do shit. I mean, from Anthony Fauci to Hunter Biden and everybody in between, these motherfuckers should be doing hearings. They should be fucking doing press conferences. I mean, Fox News should be the biggest shit ever right now. I mean, where are they at? Unless all these motherfuckers also had their hand in the same cookie jar, you know? I mean, where's the opposition at? Because the funny thing is, when they were in the White House and the mainstream media was putting smut on their boy's name, it seemed like it was an endless barrage of shit. But when it comes to the left being in office and them being caught up in some shit, nobody seems outraged. It's not mainstream news. Like, the shit that they try to put on Donald Trump was a heyday for CNN. How the fuck this shit ain't a heyday for fucking Fox News is nuts. They should be blistering these motherfuckers every chance to get interviewing them, running up on them, asking them questions, getting in their like nothing. Which is to me the scariest realization, that even the ones who say they're against the bullshit are turning a blind eye to the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I don't.
Yeah.
And all this you seen will be cleared up real quickly. Another election. Everybody's tired of the bullshit. They're going to go right wing this time. One of the right wing guys is going to come out real pro America. We're going to bring jobs back and blah, 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 blah. But I don't even think we're going to get there. I don't even think we're going to have that. But even if we do, where are they at now? If you were going to run, this should be your campaign right now. I'd be like all the little fucking fucked up commercials that they put off on election years and shit, dude. Oh my God, I'd be fucking them up left and right. But, you know, where they at? What are they doing? Nothing. Best we got is Gerald and Alex Jones and us.
Yeah. And the thing is, bro, is like there's so many hands, like you said, within the cookie jar, bro, that like the involvement of the cover up and, you know, being complicit, complicit in it. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that so it took the acquisition of Twitter by Elon Musk for all this information to come out. And Elon Musk knew this was going to like destroy lives. Like he knew this he was happy, thrilled that this information was going to come out finally, and that Twitter and the heads of Twitter are now on trial for the cover up. Yeah. In fact, let me give you something real quick. Let me give you a video real quick. Now, we're gonna stay on Burisma real quick before I go into the actual trial of Twitter. But let's just hear. Remember the first impeachment when they would try to.
No shit. Apparently, the internet don't like impeached either. My guy is frozen. They don't like this conversation, bro. I can promise you that. They don't like it at all. Oh, here he comes. The buffer's a good sign. He's back in the building. Yep. You there, man? You got some guys with suits on and earphones at your door?
Are we bike? Are we?
Oh, we got something. Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm gonna get right. You ain't gonna get.
Oh shit. If you can hear me, my G, I'll be right back. I gotta excuse myself for a second. I'll be right back with you, man.
Check. Check. We bike. Yo, they are really trying to censor this shit. But hey, we on your ass, Joe Biden. We know what you did, bro. None dare call it treason. You're trying to censor me. It's alright. I get it. I'm saying too much. Too many alphabets being mentioned. Too many companies being mentioned. It's fine. It's fine. You're not gonna stop me though. Somebody got to say this shit. And yes, we good. We good. Walski, can you hear me? Well, I'm about to go pull me a drink. Look, okay, so check us out. We ain't done. I told you I was gonna show you a video. Now, this is important because this is the first trial. This is the first impeachment trial when they brought up Russian collusion and that bush. The shit was so fucking fake, dude, that they went to trial with this shit knowing that it was Joe and not fucking Donald. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Watch this shit and you tell me what you think.
Since we're on the topic of Ukraine energy, I think it's a good way for us to segue into Burisma, which I assume both of you are familiar with. You've heard about it for many, many years. You're on the ground there now, Mr. Holmes. I know you weren't there, but at the time, but in September 2015, then Ambassador to Ukraine, Jeffrey Pyatt, Obama-appointed career ambassador. I'm sure you know him.
I do.
Credible,
Yes.
successful ambassador, I'm sure. He called for an investigation into Zlochevsky, the owner of Burisma, president of Burisma. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know about Deputy Assistant Secretary of State Kent's concerns about the potential conflict of interest with Hunter Biden sitting on the board of Burisma?
I would defer to George Kent, who was involved at the time and is an expert on those issues.
As you know, that the financial records show that this Ukrainian natural gas company, Burisma, routed more than $3 million to the American accounts of Hunter Biden.
I've heard that.
Were you familiar with that, Dr. Hill?
Only from newspaper reports.
Okay. Did you know that Burisma's American, and this is back to you, Mr. Holmes. Did you know that Burisma's American legal representatives met with Ukrainian officials just days after the vice president forced the firing of the country's chief prosecutor?
No.
Did you know that Burisma's American lawyers tried to secure a meeting with the new state prosecutor the same day the predecessor Victor Shokin's firing was announced?
No.
Did you know that Joe Biden called Ukrainian President Poroshenko at least 3 times in February 2016, shortly after the president and owner of Burisma's home was raided on February 2nd by the state prosecutor's office?
No.
Did you know that Devin Archer and Hunter Biden reached out to the Deputy Secretary of State, Tony Blinken, shortly after the raid on Burisma?
No.
You heard it there, folks. Joe Biden had funds frozen in order to get a fucking prosecutor, a foreign prosecutor in Ukraine that was investigating and prosecuting Burisma, the company, the founder and everything. Joe Biden forcefully had the prosecutor fired. Don't take my word for it. Here's him saying it himself.
So I got Ukraine, and I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money.
Well, that should be enough. That video in itself should be enough to where we're vastly looking for a new POTUS.
After you fucking realize that this was also, like, when you put it all together, folks, he's using power, influence, and family members to fucking run foreign policies, transfer monies, and do all types of illegal fucking shit that is treasonous and a fucking national security threat. Listen, look right here. Remember all the sanctions? Remember all the sanctions at the beginning of the Russian and Ukraine war? Remember? How come Joe Biden sanctions all the oligarchs, all the companies within Russia, but there were motherfuckers that didn't get sanctioned? Why? Ask yourself why. Why? Why wouldn't?
This is like one of the most phenomenal okey dokes I've ever witnessed.
It's insane, bro. Like, we fell for this bullshit. Like,
they blame their adversary for Russian collusion, but in fact, they were the ones the entire time colluding with Russia.
They were the ones. They were the ones, bro. Look at this shit. Look at another one. Bro, this shit is fucking crazy. Biden linked to real estate firm took 100 million from Russian oligarchs, dude.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Are we really at war with these motherfuckers?
The feds knew. The feds knew all of this shit, and they drove the direction of the elections in order to benefit them and their fucking policies. So when you say, are we really at war with them? Bro, I don't fucking know. I think we've possibly been sold. I think instead of a war, we may have a peaceful annexing outside of citizenship. I think we might have a peaceful annexing of the United States. Like, we don't know if your fucking sitting president, then vice president, made deals to fucking sell the United States.
And here's the thing that kills me about the people that like to lean left. Social justice.
Oh my God.
Equality for all. We have on wax
the fucking dying baby burpers.
Family members of politicians that they vote for getting paid millions, given a billy as long as a prosecutor gets fired, billions sent to Ukraine. But like our guy in the comments said, homeless everywhere. Flint, Michigan still can't drink their fucking water. So, are y'all done with your bullshit? Are y'all done voting for these pandering sons of bitches? I know you're not, but what other info do you need that they don't give a flying fuck about the people, us, our people? I mean, you know, that's the craziest thing. It's not that they do this shit. I mean, fucking corruption. I mean, politicians, it goes hand in hand. But the people, the people that vote for, the people that get behind them, the people that allow them to take these seats and do shit like this, like when are you gonna just want your country to be all right? Because at the moment,
when is enough enough? Yeah, when is enough, man? Because this is treason. Is like if you take the information that you've gathered in the past and compare it with the information you now have, there's no fucking way you don't say that this family is a fucking crime family. There's no way that you can absolutely deny that. There's no way. Like, the Bidens are working together to benefit themselves and not the country. Point blank, period. Okay, let's just look real quick. Joe and Jill Biden's income.
Jesus.
Does anyone see? Okay, so like I said, compare the information that you've gathered in the past with the current information that you have and make a fucking conclusion. My conclusion is, holy shit, how could he not have been making foreign deals? How could he have not been using his power to make foreign deals? How could he have not been using his family, Hunter Biden and others, in order to influence company policies, foreign policies, and shift ideas when it comes to capitalism, fucking business deals, and the fact that you cannot do this. you can't, from what I understand. Like I said, high school dropout, don't know much, but from what I understand is you cannot do this.
No, and especially like like I've said ad nauseum, I guess tonight, but like with all the shit you put on the previous administration, and to make them to be the most evil, wretched, worst thing that ever happened to this country. And my thing is, you believe that, you fell for it, whatever, man. But are you not telling me that you can't get behind this being fucked around? You know what I mean? That's my only thing. Can we not just call it what it is? I mean,
yeah, it's
look at everything. Like everything's upside down. And like, when do you get to the point where you don't want going to Waffle House to be like going to Ruth Chris because the eggs and shit got so much more expensive? You know,
exactly.
I mean? When do you just want your life back?
When a value meal is actually a value meal again. Those days are never coming back, folks. Those days are never, ever, ever coming back. And in fact, it's going to get worse because we dropped the ball in paying attention. Well, some of us did. No. Most of us did. As a collective citizenship, we've dropped the ball on watching these motherfuckers, holding them accountable for what they do. They have we've allowed bureaucrats to be an actual fucking term. Like people should be afraid. Like politicians should be afraid to be a bureaucrat. You shouldn't. No politician on the planet should be allowed to be a bureaucrat. To it's insane that a person that was 100,000 is a multi-millionaire now, and all because we don't have checks and balances on what the fuck he's doing behind the curtain.
Yeah, it's basically like they're making moves, and the information's coming out on them so deep that it's like they're just pretty much letting us know what you and I have known for a long time now. They ain't playing by no kind of laws or rules or regulations.
He said it sounds like toxic masculinity. Stop telling the truth. Yeah, it sounds just like toxic masculinity. I agree. Stop telling the truth. That was a good one.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like this is like I think this is just them letting us know, like, we make our own rules, we do what the fuck we want, and y'all just got to deal with it, and that's it. Like that's the only thing I can see. Like they're just like, and they're like, yeah, we did all this. Yeah, that laptop's out. Yeah, we took this money. Yeah, we paid money for this. And what? What are you gonna do about it? I think that's basically where they put us. And if you could see, we're more worried about the next fucking Paul brother boxing match than any of this shit.
Yeah.
We're more worried about what Cardi B's gonna say. So I think we're too far. I think we're absolutely way too far down the hill to ever come back to any kind of normalcy. I think this is, like they said, the new normal. This is the new normal. Just it's out there in the open that politicians run wild and do crazy shit without our benefit on their mind, and that's just what they're gonna do. Now, we've known they've been doing that for years, but they used to try to keep it on a hush, like they was worried if we knew about it, some shit would happen. Worst thing is, look at the two uproars we've had lately with our citizens. People hitting the streets because of police brutality and getting nothing in return but a president who wrote the 93, 94, however you want to call it, crime bill. And then a bunch of people thinking an election got stolen from them, so they took a brisk jog through a Capitol building and then went and ate a Cracker Barrel and ended up in a gulag. Two extremely worthless, with no benefit, acts and displays of our distaste for the government. It's sad. Our revolts are sad. I mean, I remember watching third world countries with tanks and military going down the street and the people being so fed up they're chucking rocks at motherfuckers with assault rifles. Yo, grandmammy waved a little fucking handheld American flag, walked through the fucking Capitol. Now she's crocheting fucking sheaths for fucking shivs in the gulag. You had motherfuckers that owned the streets for an entire summer and wanted to combat police brutality and systematic racism. And the only thing they got for it is probably one of the most racist fucking politicians we've ever seen. We are fucking stupid out here.
Dude, when the feds is working with your governments and the most popular fucking mainstream social media apps and websites in order to fucking control ideas, bro, we fucked.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing we can, bro. I'm talking about, man. It's like there, like you said, man. It's like a whole, like you got a whole fucking government full of Thanoses and no Avengers, for real, bro. It's like all of them want to see the destruction. To me, if you ask me personally, I don't see not one fucking, I don't see one politician trying to work for the benefit of the American people.
No, absolutely not. I mean, with all this information out on the Biden family, how, like I said, where is the opposition? Like I said, there should be motherfuckers beating down the doors everywhere they can do it. Press conferences, news fucking interviews, hitting the Capitol, fucking Senate hearings, all this crazy shit, fucking indictments left and none.
Yeah, indictments. And the fact that you can fix your mouth to say Donald Trump and Russian collusion, but you have fucking undeniable proof. Joe Biden, Ukraine, China, and Russian collusion. There's no fucking doubt. The fact that money was transferred in different accounts for certain nefarious fucking reasons, dinners were set up because I'm telling you, using influence and power, using your influence and using your power in order to sway company, foreign policies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, this is the shit that this is going on. This is the mob. This is fucking mafia shit.
Yeah, honestly, if I was,
And there's no way around it.
was Donald J. Trump, I would play a video like you played with all this information about the laptop, and I'd come out and be like, Russian collusion. What's the big deal?
Factavius Prime said,
smoke, but who gives a fuck, really? Nobody seems to give a fuck.
Factavius Prime said, I trust the Chinese more than I do the Bidens. You fucking right.
Guaranteed.
You
Honestly, that's kind of the way
fucking
I'm looking
right.
at this shit. That's kind of the way I'm looking at this shit now. Like, well, if we are in bed with all these people and they're saying they're our enemy, are they our enemy? Or should we be looking at Russia and China like our new government? Is this our new government? Like,
Hey,
is Russia going to take all the cold states and China
if we
take
take
the warm states or some shit? Like,
How
how
much-
are y'all dicing this pie? Because I think it is obvious that somehow, some way through all this shit, these motherfuckers had just sold our country to other countries. I don't see any other way around it. Our money's never going to be shit again. We owe China ridiculous amounts of money. All of our
exactly
shipping
what I was
pretty
about
much
to say. You
comes
took the
from
words
China.
out of my mouth. You took
Yeah.
the words right out of my mouth. Like, first of all, the amount of debt the amount of debt that is held, amount of U.S. debt that is held by China is ridiculous. And we call and this is the country that we are supposed to be in an economic battle slash economic war with. This is the country that and the nation state that we will be in a world war with. But at the same time, you have fucking presidents, vice presidents making fucking deals with this company, with this country.
And if you think about all the countries that were allied with us in, in kind of direct conflict or, like sided with us over these countries, like the one that hits my head, Taiwan and Japan. When Taiwan and Japan catch wind of, which I'm sure they already know, about all this backdoor dealing, they're probably like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to be allied with them, but we're fucking, we got our hands in both cookie jars. I know they're looking at us like, you motherfuckers, y'all done sold us out too. Like, I thought y'all loved hibachi. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, is like you can't say that it's not fucking influence peddling. You can't say it's not, because this is the fucking president, then vice president, then senator. Come on, man. Like, this motherfucker been using his influence for a very long time. This is a clip before we end this whole thing. This is a clip from the actual hearings that's going on right now. Oh, I gotta get the other clip, but this is one of the clips that's being transmitted throughout the Instagrams and social media pages. Check this clip out real quick.
Hunter Biden and Burisma, well, that's an interesting story. And I think just about every American knows there's something up with that. $86,000 a month, no experience, working for some foreign government while your dad's the vice president of the United States. Is there anyone who believes this is okay? I know we got a few of my Democrat colleagues maybe run for president or might run for president one day. Would you let your vice president have their son or daughter or family member out moonlighting for some foreign company? Maybe I'll use language familiar to the former vice president. Come on, man. This looks dirty as it is. Hunter Biden was making more than 5 times more than a board member for ExxonMobil. I've heard of that company. And so I went to read up on Hunter Biden, learn a little more about him, and I found this very extensive profile in the New Yorker. And here's what it says. Hunter said that at that point, he had not slept for several days. Driving east on Interstate 10 just beyond Palm Springs, he lost control of his car, which jumped the median and skidded to a stop on the shoulder of the westbound side. He called Hertz, which came to collect the damaged car and gave him a second rental. The Hertz rental officer told me he found a crack pipe in the car and on one of the consoles a line of white powder residue. Beau Biden's Attorney General badge was on the dashboard. Hertz called the Prescott Police Department and officers filed a narcotics offense report listing items seized in the car, including a plastic bag containing white powdery substance, a Secret Service business card, credit cards, and Hunter Biden's driver's license. That is what we would call evidence. And I don't want to make light of anybody's substance abuse issues. I know the president's working real hard to solve those throughout the country, but it's a little hard to believe that Burisma hired Hunter Biden to resolve their international disputes when he could not resolve his own dispute with Hertz rental car over leaving cocaine and a crack pipe in the car. It continues. Hunter stayed in Los Angeles for about a week. He said that he needed to get away and forget sooner after his arrival in L.A. He said he asked a homeless man in Pershing Square where he could buy crack. Hunter said that the man took him to a nearby homeless encampment where a narrow passageway between tents, someone put a gun to his head before realizing that he was the buyer. He returned to buy more crack a few times that week. Again, not saying, not casting any judgment on any challenges someone goes through in their personal life, but it is just hard to believe that this was the guy wandering through homeless encampments buying crack that was worth $86,000 a month to Burisma Holding. And that might be one of the reasons why when ABC asked Hunter Biden, hey, you think you would have gotten this job in the absence of your dad being the vice president? Well, he said, probably not. And then I looked to the record evidence, and I looked at the testimony of Mr. Kent. Mr. Kent was one of the witnesses they called on the first day. He said Burisma was so dirty that our own embassy had to pull out of a joint sponsorship with them. When Ambassador Yovanovitch was being prepped for her Senate confirmation, the Obama administration was so worried about the corruption around Burisma and Hunter Biden that they held special prep moments to try to get ready for the inevitable questions about this obvious corruption that the president asked about. Mr. Kent, again, one of their witnesses from the first day, also gave testimony that that the head of Burisma had stolen $23 million in the U.S. and the U.K., and that he paid a bribe to get off the hook. So again, it's not as if Burisma is pulling out new plays. Their playbook is to do dirty stuff and then go and pay bribes and hire the people necessary to make those problems go away. This is why the minority hearing issue is so important, by the way. You wonder why Republicans are so angry that we didn't have a hearing to put on our own witnesses and own evidence. And you may wonder why, well, if they feel so good about their case, why did they block our ability to put in evidence? It's because we have the ability to show that Burisma is corrupt. We have the ability to show that Hunter Biden is corrupt.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I don't like about that video? Hey, he's saying like Hunter Biden's a dope fiend. And why would a dope fiend be in that position at Burisma? Why the fuck would the vice president's son have that job at Burisma even if he was walking at the foot of the cross?
Yeah.
Why would you work for a Ukraine power company as the fucking son of a vice president?
And if you understand, the annexing, if you understand the annexing of Crimea under the Obama administration and why Obama and the administration itself was so light-footed about the response of the annexing of Crimea, and the fact that they threw weapons and aid at that whole situation, right? People need to pay attention. Like the fact that the headquarters of Burisma was in Kiev, and now Kiev is a motherfucking a bomb hole. So all the evidence that was once held in the headquarters of Burisma is fucking gone. You see how convenient that is for a fucking serpent. Oh my! I can't even finish it. How efficient and just unbelievably fucking crazy how it benefits the politicians that knew that shit was going on. Okay, so my thing is Joe Biden has dealings in Ukraine, Russia, and China. There's undeniable proof. The feds worked with Twitter in order to fuck up an election with this Russian collusion shit. It is undeniable now, folks. The information is out. See, you know, like I said, man, if we had forethought, there would be no need for hindsight. And now hindsight is
that's for you regular minded motherfuckers. See, because we called this before it happened. So our hindsight is just repeating what the fuck we said a couple years ago.
That's all it is. And if you need proof, just go back a year ago to this video that can be found on this channel. Just watch the whole thing. And if you want a real cutthroat, razor sharp breakdown, go watch this video that was done 8 months ago when J Wall breaks down the entire fucking thing when it comes down to Burisma and the fact that you're a son of a sitting president working for a foreign company.
That alone, like I said, they like to muddy it. Well, but he was a crackhead and had that job. I don't give a fuck what his flavor of the month is, bitch. Why is he working there? Don't matter. It don't matter if it was one of Obama's daughters. Who the fuck cares if he gets high or not? That just, he likes to get fucked around, but we don't give a fuck. Like, we champion drug addicts here. Fucking Keith Richards, Rick James. We love that bullshit in America, but why did he work there? Period. Give a fuck what he likes to get high on. I mean, that's just another way of muddying the waters. Just like when all this information comes out, these motherfuckers should be going to court, being locked up in holding. They're talking about locking up Donald Trump. When I seen that shit, I'm like, we locking up Donald Trump with all this laptop information, with all these videos, with all this proof. And my thing is, I don't give a fuck if Donald Trump go to jail or not. Fuck him. But these motherfuckers ain't going. They're not under investigation. They're not going to court. Are you crazy?
Especially with all the new information that was out, and there's more information. Like, understand, 80,000 files will be at the end of this. 80,000 files will be revealed from Hunter Biden's fucking laptop. And when I tell you that this shit is going to be deep. Now, my thing is, will all the files be revealed and all the information, will it be revealed before we're thrown into war for some reason or another? China goes into Taiwan, North Korea attacks South, the NATO decides to take a offensive position against Russia and take the attack to Russia. These are all things in the air. It's what could be possibly our near future, and none of them is good, folks. Like, will this information come out before then? And the thing is, like I said, Mr. McIsaacs is in Switzerland right now working with fucking hackers, the best hackers that the globe can find, trying to get these files open. And if we find, like, the evidence to me is damning. It's over. None dare call it treason except me and J Wall and Republican Representative James Comer from Kentucky. Like, we the only ones like that are calling treason, and the oversight committee as well, But yeah, all of this is happening right now. All the evidence to me shows that the Biden family is a fucking crime family, just like the Obama administration and their fucking crime family. We are being played. Our current administration is working with foreign fucking governments, have been working with foreign governments, and that is treasonous. That is a national security threat like no other. And if this ain't the biggest story of 2023, I don't know what the fuck is.
The bad thing is about the citizens of this country now. The biggest story in 2023 is probably going to be Tiger King season 2.
Jesus Christ.
Because these motherfuckers are idiots.
I'm telling you, G. It's bad, bro. Man, we're about to end this show, and I'm about to one more video, and this is This is a member of the oversight committee, and this is the oversight committee trial on Twitter, and this is bad, folks. Like, the shit that's coming out is bad. We have proof that Twitter purposely censored truthful information in order to sway ideas, sway peer pressure, and influence the collective populace. Twitter worked with the feds, Twitter worked with government officials. It is fucking true. Twitter worked with mainstream news media in order to make this fucking cover up a fucking tried and true cover up, because this is a cover up, and until people go to jail for this shit, none dare call it treason. This is the last video right here.
Bottom line is that the FBI had the Biden crime family laptop for a year. They knew it was leaking. They knew it would hurt the Biden campaign. So the FBI used its relationship with Twitter to suppress criminal evidence being revealed about Joe Biden 1 month before the 2020 elections. You, ladies and gentlemen, interfered with the United States of America 2020 presidential election, knowingly and willingly. That's the bad news. It's going to get worse, because this is the investigation part. Later comes the arrest part. Your attorneys are familiar with that. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to spend 5 hours with these ladies and gentlemen doing depositions surely yet to come. But for right now, I'll yield the balance of my time to
Surely yet to come. Warrants, arrest warrants, surely, like, again, people, this is happening right now. Yeah. You paying attention to a lot of other shit, but you may not know this is happening right now. Like, Twitter's being held accountable, and soon people will be going to jail. If we live in a tried and true, if we live in a tried and true land of the free, home of the brave, justice for all country that we say we live in, oh, there are motherfuckers that are going to jail. Jay Walski, you have any last words for this shit? Hey, man, that's what I wanted to present. This is everything that I wanted to present to you. Like I said, this is wild shit, and there's going to be more coming out. Jay Wall,
Yeah.
is there anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. First, I'd like to put what I would say the blame for this guy being our president were lies, and that's with Charlemagne the God. When he did that interview and he soft served a 93, 94 crime bill question and let Joe just ramble off some dumb shit, and he accepted it. And then he said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
You're not black.
And he didn't hammer him for that shit. Charlemagne is complicit in all this shit. He's a Russian colluder.
Yeah, yeah.
He's paid for by the CCP. He knows Mandarin.
That funny foreign face motherfucker.
So fuck Charlemagne the God. He's complicit. The next thing I'd like to say is, I mean, let's all hope and pray that guy on the last video is actually about his shit, and we might actually get some indictments and rolling. I wouldn't hold my breath. You might turn purple, but you know, it's worth a shot. Only thing I got outside of that is a shameless plug, if I may.
Go ahead, brother.
April the 8th. Posh Affairs, 401 Outlet Center Drive, Georgetown, Kentucky. The Murder Circus comedy show is hitting the scene. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. 5 amazing comedians coming.
And I will be there. Yes, yes.
Earth and Nerve will be in attendance. And as soon as the headliner raps, we're going to open up to music, karaoke if you want to get on stage yourself, full bar, food truck out front. Come hang with us before we all got to start figuring out if we're speaking Chinese or Russian in Kentucky because we've been sold.
Exactly. Because, hey, man, this shit is fucked up. And if people don't understand that we're just here to share awareness. That's all we're here to do. We're here to share awareness and make sure that you know what we know. So, man, I appreciate you riding with me on this one, Jay Walski. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to my man, Ace Ill. Ace Ill Production. Ill's World Podcast. And I want to drop a little video real quick that he shared with me. I want to share it with you, and I think it's dope.
Like rock'em sock'em robots in the middle of a parking lot, and every car gone, and your ass twisted in that parking spot. You would've sworn I was a ghetto boy, but in my ghetto boy, I was known to lead them niggas back a lot. You ain't good, fuck what you was. I was one of them niggas that personally got ass on the thug. You hear me? I'm forever for OSM, and you can see me with whoever be like OSM, nigga. My status is as real as it get, and I'm the same motherfucker rolling up in this bitch. Dig it, mama, I'm baby, killer going crazy. With that being said, that's for the gang to the grave. G, my nigga back. I lost the burdens in my baby mama, but I swear we get that nigga mellow back. Now I'm back and kinda mellow back.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's the guy that does all the music for Blurred Minds Media, the network. I am a part of Blurred Minds Media. This platform is a part of Blurred Minds Media Network. And Ace Ill's World Podcast, Ace Ill Production does all the music for our shit. And if it's not an Ace Ill track, we will let you know. But either way it goes, that's what we do.
Yeah, man. We the conglomerate out here, baby. We got our team is strong, and we gonna keep hitting y'all over the head until they cut the internet off.
And that day is coming. That's another prediction. We don't know when, but it has been said. So with that being said, man, I am out. And again, we gotta let you know, bro. Everyone out here that needs to know, none dare call it treason, except for the Blurred Minds Media Network conglomerate. Somebody got to say this shit. And the Republican representative from Kentucky, James Comer. Fuck you, Biden. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you, Hunter Biden. Fuck you, Haley Biden. Fuck you, James Biden. Fuck you, Miss Lady Biden, the mother of Hunter. Fuck all you pieces of shit, evil motherfuckers that line your pockets with. I'm about to just end this shit. Jay Walski, I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. I hope everybody with the last name Biden catches diarrhea in a traffic jam.
And with a fucking in a snowstorm. Traffic jam snowstorm. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Fuck
and
you pieces of shit. And remember, this is the president's fucking son.
Was that your laptop?
Real? I don't know.
You don't know, yes or no, if the laptop
I don't have
was
any
yours.
idea. I have no idea.
Could have been yours.
Of course, certainly. There could be a laptop out there.
You didn't drop off a laptop to be repaired in Delaware?
Not that I remember at all.
Got a fucking No, let me say it right. Somebody got to say this shit.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so piss a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac tears. But don't think them shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not your average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth day nerve, like militias in the booth. Spit that word like the wisdom nigga too. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna stay asleep. Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal. Fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet, to this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk.